Hello, damsels, curious about experiencing life through the lens of a Sigma female. Prepare for an exclusive glimpse into their world. Today we're delving deep into 8 lesser-known challenges these extraordinary individuals encounter every day. Sigma females navigate a distinctive array of obstacles that often go unnoticed. So fasten your seatbelts and join me as we uncover the hidden struggles faced by Sigma females everywhere. Stick around until the end, because this exploration promises to strike a chord with you on a profound level. Shall we begin our journey into the world of Sigma females? Number 1. Feeling drained after social events. Sigma females experience a profound impact from social interactions that extends far beyond mere introversion. Rather than simply needing downtime after social events, they often feel utterly drained, sometimes for days afterward. Even gatherings with loved ones can resemble a marathon without water, exhausting not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Following social engagements like parties, networking events, or family gatherings, Sigma females frequently find themselves compelled to seek complete solitude. This isn't merely about recharging with a brief respite. It's a deep-seated requirement for days, if not weeks, to fully recuperate. The aftermath of these interactions can induce what feels like a social hangover, where every subsequent interaction becomes daunting and emotionally taxing. Consider the case of Emma, an IT specialist renowned for her expertise, who encounters similar challenges. Following a corporate retreat where she engages with colleagues and clients, Emma often withdraws to regain her equilibrium. Her withdrawal isn't about evading responsibilities or seeking seclusion out of preference. It's a necessary strategy to safeguard her mental and emotional well-being. Social exhaustion for Sigma females transcends inconvenience. It poses a significant barrier to their daily lives. The critical recovery period is vital, but frequently misunderstood by those who prioritize extroversion and perpetual connectivity. This societal emphasis can lead to Sigma females feeling scrutinized or unfairly judged for their need for solitude. In truth, their inclination toward solitude isn't rooted in obstinacy or caprice. Instead, it stems from a genuine necessity for space and reflection that many find challenging to comprehend. Sigma females aren't seeking to be difficult or drawing undue attention. They are navigating a fundamental need for personal rejuvenation and introspection. Navigating these challenges can be isolating, as Sigma females grapple with societal expectations that may not align with their innate preferences. Nevertheless, their ability to honor their need for solitude represents a profound commitment to self-care and authenticity in a world that often values constant social engagement above all else. Number 2. Difficulty in finding like-minded individuals. For Sigma females, the quest for genuine connections often resembles searching for a diamond in the rough. They aren't merely seeking companionship, they crave relationships that resonate on a profound, meaningful level. The challenge lies in the fact that such connections are rare. Sigma females frequently feel like they operate on a different wavelength compared to the broader world. They have little patience for superficial chit-chat or idle gossip. Discussions about mundane topics like the weather or celebrity scandals leave them cold. Instead, they yearn for deep, intellectually stimulating conversations, interactions that challenge their minds and expand their horizons. Sadly, these meaningful exchanges are few and far between, amidst a sea of mundane small talk. As a result, their social circles tend to be small, often consisting of only a select few individuals they truly connect with. Maintaining these relationships can be difficult, because not everyone comprehends their need for solitude and meaningful connection. To illustrate, consider Maya, a dedicated scientist whose passion for understanding the universe is matched only by her love for in-depth philosophical debates. After a long day at a conference filled with superficial networking, Maya finds solace in solitary reflection rather than engaging in superficial pleasantries. Her close friends appreciate her intellect, but struggle to grasp why she sometimes withdraws into solitude for extended periods. This scarcity of authentic connections can foster a persistent sense of loneliness. It's not that Sigma females prefer isolation, rather they prioritize quality over quantity in their relationships. The loneliness they experience isn't about physical distance, but the emotional gap that exists even when surrounded by others who fail to truly understand them. In the words of author Jodi Picoult, Loneliness is the human condition. Cultivate it. The way it tunnels into you allows your soul room to grow. For Sigma females, loneliness isn't a flaw, but a consequence of their profound desire for genuine connection in a world where superficiality often reigns supreme. Hello damsels, please take a moment to subscribe to the Sigma Females Dynasty channel for more superb content like this. Like, comment, and share this video to support our mission of understanding and celebrating the Sigma female experience. Thank you for your continued support so far. Now, let's continue our video. Number 3. Managing perception of mysteriousness. The curse of being mysterious. Navigating the enigmatic allure of being a Sigma female is akin to walking a tightrope between intrigue and misunderstanding. While their reserved nature adds a layer of mystique, it also invites unwarranted scrutiny and speculation from others. People naturally gravitate towards what they can't fully grasp, placing Sigma females under constant scrutiny. For Sigma females, the pursuit of meaningful connections resembles a quest for a rare gem amidst ordinary stones. They seek more than mere companionship. They crave relationships that resonate deeply on an intellectual and emotional level. However, such profound connections are elusive in a world dominated by superficial interactions. Sigma females often feel out of sync with societal norms, preferring substantive conversations over trivial small talk about the weather or celebrity gossip. As a consequence, their social circles remain intentionally small, comprising only those rare individuals who appreciate their depth and respect their need for solitude. Maintaining these relationships can be challenging, because not everyone understands their preference for meaningful interaction over constant socializing. Take Mia, an accomplished architect whose passion for innovative design is matched only by her love for philosophical discourse. After attending a professional event filled with superficial networking, Mia retreats into solitary contemplation rather than engaging in shallow banter. Her close friends admire her intellect, but sometimes struggle to comprehend her occasional need for prolonged introspection. This scarcity of authentic connections often breeds a persistent sense of isolation. It's not that Sigma females seek loneliness, rather they prioritize quality in their relationships over quantity. Their loneliness isn't defined by physical solitude, but by the emotional distance that persists even in the company of others who fail to grasp their intricate nature. In the words of poet Rainer Maria Rilke, "For one human being to love another, that is perhaps the most difficult of all our tasks." For Sigma females, this difficulty lies not in loving, but in finding others who can reciprocate their depth of understanding and connection. Yet this aura of mystery comes at a cost. Sigma females aren't deliberately withholding. They simply value their privacy and see no need to divulge every detail of their lives. However, to outsiders, this silence can appear as a challenge, a puzzle to solve, or a barrier to breach. Imagine attending a potluck without bringing a dish. While others eagerly inquire about what you've brought, you simply wish to enjoy the gathering without becoming the center of attention. As poet Emily Dickinson remarked, "Dwell in possibility." Sigma females dwell in the potential of meaningful connection, often misunderstood as a challenge to decipher. The downside of this mystique is the tendency for others to fill in the blanks with assumptions and stereotypes. Sigma females may be unfairly labeled as aloof, unapproachable, or arrogant, when in reality, they are simply individuals who value depth over surface-level interactions. Number 4. Constantly misinterpreted intentions. Navigating the nuances of communication as a Sigma female is often fraught with challenges, primarily stemming from the straightforward and no-nonsense approach they favor. While they appreciate clarity and honesty in their interactions, others may misinterpret their directness as aloofness, disinterest, or even rudeness. Sigma females eschew unnecessary pleasantries and sugarcoating, preferring to get straight to the point. This candor can be refreshing to some, but bewildering to others who expect more diplomatic or socially cushioned exchanges. Consequently, misunderstandings abound. Imagine being in a meeting where everyone expects elaborate small talk before getting down to business, but you prefer diving straight into the agenda. Your colleagues might perceive your efficiency as impatience or a lack of interpersonal warmth. As British philosopher Alan Watts once mused, the only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. This straightforwardness can inadvertently create awkward or tense situations, as Sigma females find themselves explaining that their intention was not to appear cold, but to communicate efficiently. It's akin to sending a succinct text reply like, "Got it," and having the recipient misconstrue it as annoyance or anger. For instance, consider Emily, an analytical software engineer known for her precise problem-solving skills. During team discussions, she prefers focusing on practical solutions rather than engaging in prolonged brainstorming sessions. Her colleagues sometimes misinterpret her efficiency as a lack of interest in their ideas, leading to strained interactions. The perpetual need to clarify their straightforward communication style can be draining for Sigma females. They often find themselves reassuring others that their directness is not a reflection of apathy or disdain, but rather a preference for clarity and efficiency in communication. Number 5. Balancing personal and professional life. For Sigma females, harmonizing their personal and professional lives resembles a delicate high-wire act without a safety harness. They cherish their independence and autonomy, yet often find themselves entangled in a constant tug-of-war between the demands of their careers and their yearning for a fulfilling personal life. Driven by ambition and a relentless pursuit of success, Sigma females pour themselves into their professional endeavors. However, they also crave moments of solitude and time to nurture their passions, hobbies, and relationships. Striking a balance between these two domains can be likened to mastering the art of tightrope walking while simultaneously juggling multiple flaming torches, an intricate and demanding feat that requires unwavering concentration and finesse. Sigma females frequently wrestle with feelings of guilt for not devoting enough attention to either sphere of their lives. They may excel in their careers, yet struggle to cultivate meaningful personal connections outside of work. Conversely, when they prioritize personal growth and relationships, they may feel a pang of guilt for not advancing as swiftly in their professional aspirations. It's akin to caring for a delicate plant while managing a demanding job. Eventually, something may falter under the weight of competing priorities. As American humorist Irma Bombeck once humorously remarked, "Guilt, the gift that keeps on giving." The pressure to excel in both arenas can be overwhelming, particularly under societal expectations that place a premium on women seamlessly balancing career achievements with familial and personal fulfillment. Sigma females often grapple with a sense of falling short on all fronts, perpetually striving to meet society's often unattainable standards. Number 6. Privacy seen as paranoia. Maintaining boundaries around privacy is essential for Sigma females, yet it often invites misconceptions ranging from paranoia to antisocial tendencies. They deeply value personal space and cherish moments of solitude to recharge, but their need for privacy is frequently misinterpreted. When Sigma females assert their boundaries, they might encounter responses like, "Why are you being so secretive?" or "What are you hiding?" These reactions imply suspicion merely because they prioritize personal time and space. Such misunderstandings are not only frustrating but also highlight a profound misalignment in how their actions are perceived. Sigma females aren't concealing clandestine activities. They simply believe in preserving aspects of their lives that don't require public scrutiny. They understand the value of discretion and prefer to keep certain matters private, which can be perceived as unconventional or standoffish by societal norms. To illustrate, imagine being accused of espionage simply because you choose not to disclose every detail of your weekend plans. As novelist Haruki Murakami once observed, the more wisdom one acquires, the less one seeks attention. This inclination towards privacy is rooted in self-care and maintaining mental well-being rather than isolating oneself from others. Sigma females establish these boundaries to function optimally and safeguard their emotional equilibrium. They recognize the necessity of occasional solitude to recharge and refocus, without feeling compelled to justify these boundaries to anyone. Number 7. Chafing against obsolete norms. Sigma females exhibit zero tolerance for archaic rules and societal expectations. They perceive the world as cluttered with these outdated norms, which feel like ill-fitting constraints rather than guiding principles. Their defiance isn't mere rebellion for the sake of it. It stems from a clear-eyed recognition of the absurdity in adhering to traditions that no longer hold relevance. Consider the conventional notion of the 9-to-5 workday, an artifact from a bygone era that still dictates many workplaces. For Sigma females who thrive on flexibility and autonomy, being tethered to a desk for rigid hours feels stifling and counterproductive. Similarly, They challenge societal dictates that prescribe women prioritize marriage and child-rearing over personal ambitions. To Sigma females, such expectations range from amusingly outdated to deeply infuriating. They also contend with arbitrary social conventions that demand constant availability and immediate responsiveness. Sigma females value their solitude as essential for recharging, so they're unlikely to respond to texts instantly or embrace spontaneous social plans merely to conform to social norms. In a humorous analogy, it's akin to being asked to wear a corset in an age where yoga pants reign supreme. Why endure unnecessary constraints when there are more comfortable and practical alternatives available? As author Anne Lamott quipped, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including you. Their resistance to antiquated norms isn't rooted in contrarianism, but in their pursuit of a life that aligns with reason and authenticity. Sigma females are natural skeptics who scrutinize established rules that lack meaningful purpose. They are uninterested in following well-trodden paths simply because they exist. Instead, they carve their own trajectories, even if it means challenging the prevailing status quo. Number 8. Misunderstood independence. Sigma females face persistent misunderstandings regarding their independence. While they highly value self-reliance and autonomy, others often misinterpret this as aloofness or an unwillingness to connect. It's crucial to note that Sigma females do appreciate meaningful relationships. However, they do not rely on them to define their self-worth. This misconception can lead to social exclusion and a feeling of isolation for Sigma females. They may find themselves unfairly labeled as loners or hermits, when in reality they simply prioritize solitude over superficial interactions. As American writer Dorothy Parker wryly remarked, "The first thing I do in the morning is brush my teeth and sharpen my tongue." It's akin to being accused of being a recluse, simply because one prefers spending evenings delving into a good book rather than attending crowded social gatherings. Sigma females march to the rhythm of their own lives, and while their independence may be misunderstood by some, they embrace it wholeheartedly. In essence, Sigma females aren't opposed to socializing. They are discerning about where they invest their time and energy. Their independence is not a sign of detachment, but rather a wellspring of inner strength. Those who truly grasp their nature recognize that their autonomy is what enables them to radiate authenticity and contribute meaningfully to their communities. Thanks for watching, damsels. See you at our next vid. Bye and stay blessed.